Hey guys, it's Kit with Haptic Wallets. I'm about to release version 1 of these wallets. There's going to be about 15 of these for sale. So what's special about this wallet is you can kind of shuffle between your cards just by pushing the first card out. It releases this clasp on top. What I noticed is that, and this is usually the first thing people say, is these magnets are pretty strong. They could demagnetize or corrupt a credit card. And I didn't really kind of believe it at first because I'd been using this for like 6 months, but one of my friends did corrupt one of his credit cards. So I wanted to share that risk and show you some tests. We're actually going to go and corrupt a credit card, this one, and I'll show you how I'm going to mitigate that risk to make sure that future wallets are 100% safe. But if you're thinking about making a purchase and buying one of the first, basically beta release versions of this wallet, just think about that risk. Make sure you're okay with it. I wouldn't want you to corrupt your mag stripe and be mad at me. So anyway, I'll dive into this now. So this is the clasp that retains your credit cards. Those are extremely powerful magnets, and they have enough strength to corrupt or corrupt or demagnetize or change the magnetic information on this magnetic stripe. It has to get really close, at least in my testing, closer than 0.5 millimeters to corrupt it. So basically it touches it, it's going to be corrupted. The way the magnet or the clasp swings in, and probably why it hasn't happened to me, is it really just kind of like goes back right about there, and just kind of like locks into place. And it's always outside of where the mag stripe would normally be, so it never touches it. But it has happened to one of my friends, so it is a risk. Anyway, going back to this. So let's dive into like some tests. So I'm going to show you a credit card. This is my reader. When I scan it, information pops up right there. If I take this magnet, oh, wrong one, this guy, and rub it over the surface, and then I try and read it again. Oh, that worked. Okay, let's try it. There we go. It's got a read error. Okay, so that was expected. This clasp is, if you touch it on the mag stripe, it's going to wipe that data. So I'm going to restore this credit card from another one. Let's see. Cancel. Copy. This is my backup. There we go. Okay, so let's read this guy again. So he's set back. The information's popping up like we expect. So now what I'm going to do, at least on this first version, there's only 15 wallets that I'm going to release before, finding a better solution. But I'm just putting a thin piece of leather on the top here. It's 0.5 millimeters thick, and that's a safe amount to keep the magnets from touching this mag stripe. So if I rub it on there, if I let it sit here for like 5 minutes, it's not going to corrupt your mag stripe. So let's test that. We'll run it through. Okay, what happened there is the counter, the information has stayed the same, but the counter is incremented from 2 to 3. So if I do it again, you can see that from 3 to 4. So no matter how many times I rub this, the magnet Gauss rating is not strong enough to, from that distance, the magnetic fields that are arching out are not strong enough to actually change the magnetic information that's stored in the stripe. And that's true for your metric card, for basically all the cards that you would carry. There might be some like really old hotel keys that people use, and those could be corrupted, but likely those could be corrupted by your cell phone, different things like that. All right, so from 4 to 5. So yeah, anyway, if you have questions, or concerns and you're thinking about buying this first version, just let me know. If you're wanting to wait, I completely understand, but again, I'm going to send out, like, anybody who buys it, they're going to get this little safety feature. If you take it off, you know, it's kind of like taking off a condom or something. So, you know, at your own risk. But if you're willing to buy it, test it out. You'll be one of the first owners of this wallet, and it's pretty exciting. So anyway, thanks guys. Talk to you later.